all of the things that you could talk about.
Oh no, this is it. These guys didn't hear, so they were probably there just like, fucking what?
They're lost. They're gone.
Zach, are you awake?
What?
Hello.
I bought you all coffees. That was the perk
He's
you
got
up and
tea.
get you going.
I've got my hot chocolate.
Life in
Need to
you.
go.
Although, to be fair, you guys have just played, so you're allowed to be a bit tired.
Well, I didn't even feel it.
Whenever you guys are.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Oh, God. Right, so you guys just played stage 3. How are we feeling afterwards?
Honestly, I'm over the
I was going to
moon.
say, there's some bubbling on the way over here that I was trying to shut you up about.
It's there just like, well, me and us three are going to go out afterwards. I can't contain this excitement. I'm just not going to sleep.
That's it, the night.
So it's there just like, I might as well just drink.
Why not? You celebrate now?
Oh, yeah. It's on the hard stuff, mate. Coffee.
Yeah, man, see, we're fueling you for your night.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys had a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it went really well.
Just buzzing.
It went too quick, though.
Nah,
It always does.
it went the right amount of time.
No, I wanted longer.
No,
No.
we were packed down on time. Everyone was happy.
True.
Stage manager was happy. We were at the dressing room. It's fine.
True.
It's pretty
What about
impressive.
the
Yeah.
listeners?
What?
What about the listeners?
Yeah.
They enjoy it.
Sometimes we have to break the rules.
Is there any standout moments of the night?
I think when it came to the second last song with Fairfield, when I got everyone to just jump and I seen like quite like 20, 30 people jumping, it just hit me all at once. I was there, it's like, this is amazing.
You started crying, didn't you, bitch?
I felt like a tear was gonna come. I was there just like, gotta keep it metal. Angry face. No, it was generally, that was my favourite moment. Like,
For me, I don't know. I asked the room to make some noise, and they went. I didn't expect it, to be honest. I think they were rivaling the PA when I asked it. So, yeah, that for me it was when we addressed the room, and then we had such a good throwback.
What about
from
the
them.
set was that? Sort of like the way in?
Ooh, it was our first break, so after the third song.
when like we proper get into like the whole like, that wasn't good enough, blah blah blah. It's Birmingham, we should be doing better. Yeah.
You're riding them hard.
Yeah, it's just like, it's like this is the like birthplace of heavy metal, and that was piss poor.
That
Do
is the way
better.
to bring people
Oh,
out
yeah.
of it. Like,
Yeah.
people respond to it when you challenge that crowd.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter how many people are. You do that, and it just always seems to make everyone in a better mood. Like, they just seem like they're not just there to perform; they actually seem like they're enjoying themselves as well.
Well, they sort of click like they're part of the performance too. They realise they're all part of it.
Oh, yeah.
Joint energy kind of thing.
I said this to you before. You have to make a connection with the audience. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're not going to care if you don't.
Yeah, it was just hard at first, man. It was hard at first. Wasn't a vocalist at first.
Heart racing.
Yeah, shitting myself.
The band is such a small part of the event as a whole, because you've got the bar staff and all the staff that are working behind the scenes
Oh,
as well.
yeah.
And then the audience have got to put theirs in as well.
Exactly.
And it's like a joint effort to try and make it a good night. And
Yeah.
just after tonight, we had that feeling that everything had gone right. Yeah.
What would you say, Elliot?
Yeah, I think it's good to see like, people that are actually there to watch us. Like, they might have just been there because they didn't want to see anyone else, but the fact that they were nodding their heads and enjoying themselves.
You're so far away.
You're really far away. Friend! What was your favourite part?
Just like Chinese whisper it along.
Yeah,
Get it?
first sub drop that I heard.
Oh, the intro. So like, we spent January just sorting out synths and backing tracks, and we went to a couple practices, and the practice space was like, we can't really hear the sub drops. So when the intro played and it just went, we were like, me and you looked at each other at the side and was like, oh. It was like, yeah. I think we all just kind of looked collectively at the same way and was like,
There was a nod, wasn't there?
It was like,
to say, they're loud enough. It was good.
So you've been going through and refining material lately then?
yeah,
So
it's just like,
everything.
we was there just like first gig back in 2020. We wanted to make it like as big as we could. We was there just like, hopefully we have the audience, which we did, and that just made everything so much better. Like putting the time into actually making the synths, like Zach putting in the extra work, like in his free time as well. Just he was panicking a lot. We had a message earlier this week, and he was there just like, look, I don't feel comfortable. We've not tried it. This is a very big gig. And then we put a poll up on our chat. and we were watching
Like,
it.
you literally.
Yeah, we literally
Yeah,
like it was
we
all
voted
just
us.
like we were there, just like no hard feelings, whoever wins. And then it got to Jordan.
I was the casting vote.
You were the
gonna say,
casting.
so
You were the
the
last person, and me. I remember messaging Tony. I was like, I swear to God, I hope Jordan says yes. I hope Jordan. And he just came with yes, and he goes, the risk is less, the payoff is more, and then just didn't reply to anything else.
And it did pay off as well.
I like
Yeah,
that.
it did.
Yeah, I was
Drop that in. Actually,
He's there just like just quickly done, and then he's like, I need to get on with doing more work.
Choruses sounded big.
Oh yeah.
Loved them.
Yeah, I was nervous, like, for at least the first half of the set, just going, is everything still in time? Is something going on with it? Is it still there? Then a drop, some drop would happen, and I'm like, nah, it's still in time.
how much have you added in there?
We
Push you down here a
It's
little
more
bit
just
further.
like picking it, like pads for choruses,
Yeah.
some drops as well.
Like-
There's a few like weird notes, like sound effects and like
Yeah.
stabby bits in a few of the songs.
We've got orchestral bits as well, like violins and piano and stuff like that.
yeah, it's like
So you're really adding the layering.
yeah, it's like
thickening up that sound.
yeah, it's like I said, like we spent through January, and we just wanted to make it like doesn't matter what venue we're in, we wanted to make it sound like the shit.
To go to the next level.
Yeah, we
That's
just-
one thing that's been missing, isn't it?
Yeah, we just like so far it's like every year we've spent like we come back with something new to like keep it fresh, but then add to it and it stays as well. Like it's just
This is our venture for this year.
yeah.
Basically.
Until we think of something else that we want to do.
Pyro.
Yeah, we both looked at being yeah, we looked at doing pyrotechnic course. Just
We want fire.
it's like if we can do it in a venue.
If you can pull it off.
Yeah,
it's not
that's
just
what we
that.
want. We want
There are bands that
sequenced.
have done it.
It's
Sequence
not.
fire. That's what
It's
we're
not just that. Like it's like we can offer like helping other bands doing it in music videos as well. So it's like something that we can do to
So we're
help
going
the
down the
band.
pyro side.
We are literally
Yeah.
looking at that.
Yeah, no, that.
We used to offer smoke,
Ooh, that would be
like
cool.
sequence smoke.
That would be cool.
I will have a panic attack if you make me sequence that.
Oh, mate, Recall the Remains sounds like what's going to happen after that shit. Like,
Oh, like literally, it's like there's so much like that. It's all ideas that we're just there. Just like we've just got to work out how to do it without putting too much stress on the system, so it doesn't crash. So it works every time. So Zach doesn't have that panic during the set. Just making sure that we can do it without messing up. So we'll need a new practice space for the smoke. You can't do
yeah, I
it in a
was thinking,
local
how
one.
are you going to practice a
We've
pyro
got
set?
yeah, we're about to say we kind of like we don't have our own lockup, so it's a room that everyone's got to use afterwards.
Get in touch with Ramstein, see if we can use theirs.
Say, mate, like, take the smoke alarms out of that place.
Oh, that would be hilarious though.
That's it. We're always looking forward, aren't we? That's
Yeah.
the thing. We're never happy with ourselves in a way.
Yeah,
But
we do come on.
there's always room for improvement
Yeah.
and things that can be
We're our
added and
biggest
looked at.
critics.
Yeah, we.
That's the best way to be, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we're never satisfied.
No.
Never.
Good. That keeps a certain humbleness about things as well when you sort of
Oh,
keep
yeah.
yourself in check with that.
I mean, we're happy with how that show's just gone, but
I think we all
but we're
came
still,
off.
but now, right
You're
now, even
allowed.
now, we're still thinking about the next
Oh,
one
yeah.
and what
Yeah.
we're going to do at the next one.
We're at
always
the Gifford
looking
next.
You're at the Gifford net.
Yeah, we're at the Gifford. Like
Next Friday, isn't it?
yeah, next Friday we're going from Wolverhampton, then the next day we're going to Camden, playing the Black Art.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we
There's
got
quite a bit on them.
yeah, we've got like literally we had
We had 2
Um,
months.
2 months,
Yeah.
2 months near enough not doing anything, and then it all comes in like Hard Rock L, then we've got our Gifford headliner, London, and then we've got Metal to the Masses.
Yeah.
On 27th, then we're back at Dudley on the end of the month.
Got cancelled.
Oh, that got cancelled.
Well, it wasn't even booked in.
Ah, fuck.
Mark messaged us asking if we were free. We put it in our calendar, but he never followed up.
Ah, fuck.
So maybe not that one then.
No, maybe not that one, but we've got obviously Metal to the Masses we want to try and do
I was
the
going to
best
say,
we
like,
can.
Metal to the Masses sat right in the middle of all of those things.
Oh yeah, it's like it is what it is. We're gonna
bit
try.
risky, but-
Yeah, it's like the headliner was already booked. Like it's been booked for ages now. Before we did last year's one,
Literally.
and then like London, it's out of the region, isn't it? So it's like that's not going to take an effect really. So it is risky having the headliner and the Metal to the Masses, two things that we both need to do really well.
It's just sort of where you put most of your focus, really.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
you've guys done the Melts and Masters a few times now, so
Yeah.
you know what to expect. Like, you know what you're walking into, so you
said-
that shock factor.
We never seem to get any further than the semis, but this year's going to be different.
Something goes wrong.
There is nothing wrong with the semi.
Phrasing.
Tightly your sex tape.
No, we're going to hit it hard though, aren't we? We
Yeah.
had a bit of a disaster. A disaster.
No,
last
there's nothing wrong with the
Masters we
semi.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some gear fail on us and
Yeah.
it didn't go our way. So
Yeah, so because
we're coming back with a vengeance, basically.
we're gonna, it's basically they're just like this happened to us last year. We've got this
It ain't
year.
happening again.
No,
No.
so that's going to fuel you through it.
Oh yeah, it's like
Zach almost killed someone with his jack lead.
yeah,
quite
because
funny.
he was because it happened to Zach and like everything just cut out after he changed guitar, so he thought it was guitar. And we had to carry on with the set because it's competition, so we're under strict times. We was like, we've got a lot of people here for the semi-finals, like we sold all our tickets, so like we need to at least try. But the song that followed that is the one we really needed him for, because it was like the new song that has a solo that he worked on and he tried and he did his best to actually hone it and then couldn't play it.
Yeah, it got halfway through the song, literally. There's a breakdown, and he literally got to that breakdown and was quiet.
Yeah, it was like, it was such a
All
big...
the points that can happen as
Yeah,
well.
it's like we didn't have you like through the halfway through
It was
afterwards.
literally half the set.
Like,
yeah,
that was I'd say like apart from that and then like what happened at the Gifford where we could only play like
12 minutes.
We played 12 minutes.
We have our fair share of
Yeah.
technical difficulty.
Okay,
Right.
Same as any band.
I can see the sort of refinement. And
Yeah,
the
like why
We're
we
trying
wanna
Yeah.
Yeah.
like this way like you could understand like the flat now about like the synths could not
Yeah.
work. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But it was there just like even if
We
they
were
don't
cocking it up on an easy mode and then
Yeah.
adding something else on top as well to try and get that right. But
yeah, it's like
So those are some high pressure situations.
Yeah.
When stuff goes wrong in those. Yeah.
But we know how to just kind of laugh at ourselves, like so. It's there, it's like even if it goes wrong, we'll laugh at ourselves. We'll just carry on.
Do you remember Aberystwyth?
Aberystwyth,
I
yeah,
snapped my clicks and then all the cymbals fell forward.
yeah. It's like so this
on
like
to me.
so like where we like in this I think it was called Angelin.
Yeah, the angel.
Angelin. We drove down a work night and we got back at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Had work at 7:30.
Is that the night you
but-
killed the badger?
Not the badgers.
So okay, let's explain the
Yeah, let's
venue
go to
first.
that.
Let's explain the venue and then we'll go on to the badger. So
the badger.
So the venue one first is like where the drum riser was. It wasn't big enough for like
It was-
any cymbals. So like
It's about the width of this table.
yeah, it's
maybe
like
a little
it
bit
wasn't.
deeper.
Yeah, it's just like so his cymbals were falling off.
Thinner than this.
I remember taking one off during an intro, and then he was like, "I need that," and I was like, "Fuck, bring it back on."
Oh no.
But on the way back, because like Tony used to work like there was us four at the time that worked at the same place. Didn't get the time off work because not all of us could get the same time off. So we were driving back, and I'm not going to say what speeds, but we were going as fast as possible.
We were driving the speed limit and
Yeah.
nothing above the speed limit.
Speed limit.
Well, I've told you this before. It's a recommended speed limit.
Country roads in the middle of Wales.
I was going to say you guys are Telford way, aren't
Yeah,
you?
it was like
that's
it was
in
a
the fucking nowhere.
two out. Like we drove 3 hours there after work, got there, played the set, and then had to shoot. Unfortunately, and then like when we were on the way back, there was a car in front of Jordan
Doing the
and
speed
then
limit.
doing the speed limit, of course. So we were all there was 3 cars in total, and then like I just remember because I couldn't see it until it got in front of my car, and I just remember talking to Tony. Looked, this badger came out of nowhere, went on my car, and made a massive yelp noise. Quiet, sat in my car. Called Elliot through my intercom on my car, and I goes, "Did we just hit a badger?" And he's like, "Yeah, we hit the badger too." So unfortunately, that badger got killed by the Audi. Jordan put it down, and then I just overkilled it.
The word is oscillating. Is the only way I can describe it.
Yeah, you it was going like that. For me, he was going like that.
There was some speed on there.
Yeah, it was.
traumatic, isn't it?
It was that. Oh,
That's
that
just one
brings
of
back.
many stories we've got.
That brings back memories.
The badger.
Shit, man, that sounds like a scarred deep.
Oh yeah, it was a very. I can't remember how long ago that gig was, but it's still
I can
hits.
still see it now.
2018, sometime in September, I think.
It brings back. It's like being.
We're having traumatic flashbacks.
Yeah, it's like. Oh.
No,
There's going
it
to be a
was,
song about this.
it was a week after we
I
played
think we
Manifest.
need
We could
to.
write a song about the badger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
call it Badger Tornado.
Exercise it like that.
This is the best part now. If we do this, and call it Badger, then Badger Fest can actually try and get for us the contacts. Make a song about saving badgers' lives. Book us.
Please.
Boy,
that was worked. Yeah.
What other stories do we have?
So obviously it was
Milton
mentioned.
Keynes. Milton Keynes.
That was when we played London to the
So this one is this why we're so happy to be going back to London, Camden at the Black Art. So it's like central London. First time we ever went to London, we didn't even get paid to go down there. We were just happy to go and from like.
Which we normally are.
Yeah, like we're always happy to like make the journey, like especially when we were starting out. But now we've kind of realised after this we were there just like we need to start putting in fees because we went down there. It started looking alright. We did the sound check and this guy came out of nowhere, and it was like a pub where they were watching like the Man United match.
No, it's West Ham.
Yeah, so like we were there. So like it was proper like local pub goers. It was in the mid. It was
East End of London.
East End of London, and we got there.
Bow or Bow?
Yeah. We got there, and the place was called the Hive, wasn't it? Beehive. And honestly, never we got there. It looked all right, and like all the local, like the two local bands that were there, brought the people. And then when we went on, was like, okay, there's a bit of hope here. Then when it came to actually playing, then no one was there. We played to a sound engineer that was eating apples for the whole way of our set.
And Jade Elliott's missus.
Yeah.
I think that was it, wasn't it?
And then two people from the band before.
But it was great.
Played to
It was
four
like
people.
a band practice on a stage, wasn't it? It was.
We
That's
practiced.
the way to look at shows.
Like we just decided to do because we had a headliner a week or 2 weeks later. It was like, fuck it, let's practice a whole hour and a half set. Like, might as well. But it was. I think I went on a wheelie chair.
But then Milton Keynes
went into the bar.
No, wait, there's one more. Is like that when we were sound checking, the guy that came in and he heard noise, but Elliot turns down his volume on his guitar straight away, and like he was there just like, can I have a go? Elliot didn't even say anything. The guy took the guitar off Elliot, put it on himself, started playing, and was like, no sound's coming. To realise Jordan had sound coming from his and was just like, I want to play that, started coming towards.
Yeah, that one's bigger on that one, he said.
He protected his bass, and I was there, so we're in East London, we're going to get stabbed, I'm not coming home.
I was like, get him a guitar, please.
And then he left.
He's touching it.
He left and he never came back.
Lucky.
That was a point where I was there just like...
That was a loss. But historically, we get diverted a lot on the way back from shows. So they always close the one road we need.
It's always us.
And then Milton Keynes was the most. It was. We have this convoy going, and we're trying to get back from the show.
He's dying because he was drinking the night before.
I drank the night before, and I was really hungry as well. So I was like, if I don't stop somewhere, I'm literally going to crash this car.
Yeah, so it's like, and he had him in the car, and there was just us three and his missus in the car, and literally diverted through Milton Keynes because it was early, we were hungry, we was kind of agitated. Like someone bought a top, so we went to London and back, which is about from Telford 4 hours journey, including the stop, so 5 hours.
Fuck.
We spent 10 hours of travelling for £10.
What the fuck?
I get a call from him, put it on loudspeaker. He's very hangry at this point, and he goes, it's not your average mill diversion, it's a Milton fucking Keynes diversion. Put that on the phone, I was like, me and him were in tears.
Yeah. Coming back from London, you shouldn't end up in Milton Keynes.
No.
But we did.
The annoying thing is, we could literally see the M40 next to us, like along the road to divert this down, and just like, why don't you see that?
I can touch it.
Honestly, it's, I
But
think
we had a good Mackies.
we did. It was like
Yeah. Good Mackies.
I think the only other story that's like funny is like how I killed Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, I was going to
Now
say
that's
that
a
came up
title.
earlier, didn't it?
So like these guys weren't here for that. Yes. So basically what it was like Rockers for the Ages, was it?
Yeah.
Our friends in Rockers for the Ages.
Shout out to Doddy.
Yeah, Doddy that puts on events on Wolverhampton. That like really nice guy. He contacted us like, I'm doing a charity calendar, but it's a kits off one. Like, the band want to join in, they can, like, blah blah. I was like, asked these guys, and I was like, would you want to do it? They said no. And I was like,
I was up for it at first, and then when I got there, I was hanging like fuck.
yeah, these like, so he was hanging.
Another where I was hungover.
Yeah, and he was hungover. I was there just like, fuck it, I'll do it. So I had these two in the same room as a guy taking pictures of me naked. Well, there's a fan in front, and it was on a calendar that we was
You
all.
had the fan this time.
Yeah.
It was very well positioned.
Yeah, it was.
A millimetre either way.
We're talking like a little USB fan.
Oh,
Desktop.
ladies.
Large fan.
No, it was a very weird experience for someone to take pictures, but like it was just like one influence, like Burt Reynolds being on the like on the bear fur and everything. I was like, okay, cool. We sold this thing at gigs as well because it's going to cancer research as well. So like we took no money to ourselves, we just gave it straight to that.
Yeah.
And I can't remember.
The takeaway from this is, if you want to see Jacob Collins naked,
Nearly.
we bring
exists.
nearly naked.
We don't have him anymore because it's obviously out of sync, isn't it? I have the picture.
We have the picture.
I'm guaranteed I'm going to make that's
We
going to
can
go on
sort
our
that
plan.
photo.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
is that going to end up on something?
Yeah,
We will put that up on social media.
it's going up on his birthday.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
All every call remains.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, OnlyFans.
We will show you Jacob's naked body.
God. Yeah, and then I can't remember if it was literally the day after.
No, it was like literally you did that photo shoot where you did the Burt Reynolds pose, and then a week after Burt Reynolds died.
Yeah. So I kind of jinxed Burt.
You killed Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, the race take from it.
And today we killed Caroline Flack.
Oh my
Yeah, that's happened today as well, hasn't it? Oh, we're just.
Who's next?
We're about
Him.
So who are you gonna kill?
I have nobody, to be honest.
Well, not intentionally.
It's not like you get a choice, apparently.
Like it just, bad luck just follows us from time to time.
Oh, yeah, I don't really want to name people
Yeah,
in case
what-
it actually happens.
What road do you think is going to be closed on the way back home?
The one we need.
The M6. The M6 is
100%
gonna.
it'll be the road we need.
The M6
If
will
the-
be there, just like.
If the entirety of the M6 is closed, we're fucked.
Yeah, it's back roads all the way, and that will take an hour and a half.
More badges.
Yeah. Oh no, no more badges. No more badges.
Save the badges.
There's not much of the stuff. Like we just have a lot of bad luck. So when like something good like Hard Rock Hell happens, it's a proper moment where we're there. It's like nothing's bad happened. This is amazing. This is a feeling that will last forever.
No badgers were harmed
No.
during this event.
Yes.
You got on and off safely, you're here. You're
Yes.
doing well.
Yeah. It's,
Watch out tonight.
yeah.
It's going too well.
Badgers watch out.
Yeah. There's a lot of funny stories.
Oh, that's the name of the song.
I was going to say,
Badgers
that's
beware.
made a better interview than the questions. Just run through your stories. We got any more?
Oh, what is it? I'm trying to think now. So there's the Dana prison one.
What about Mammothest?
The prison.
So there's two. There's two more.
It's two more
Sorted.
stories.
We'll go for the Dana prison one first. So like 20 minutes away, there's a place called Shrewsbury. If people have heard of Shrewsbury, and we got booked to play. Yeah, we got booked to play a gig.
Nothing.
Whoever you ask, Birmingham's near Telford.
Yeah, true. We got asked to play a gig at like abandoned prison. Like, not abandoned, but they'll use it for like events and tour.
It's not just an abandoned prison. It is now the UK's most haunted prison.
Great.
Oh yeah, and we played it.
Where this is another point where it just gets better and better. So we're not even as heavy back then as we are now. I'd say like we're a lot heavier than we was back then. And we played with a rockabilly band and an indies.
double bass?
Yeah, like they had the double bass and
bass.
everything.
It was cool.
And then an indies covers band, and then again the room was there for this indies cover band and the rockabilly band. As soon as we came up, before the intro
they
started
went,
playing,
no.
gone.
I've been feeling the
We
metal.
played to 7 people for that one. I can remember 2 of the people that worked there that came from the bar that was again in a prison shower, which was hilarious.
That was amazing.
You're not selling this band very well, are you? Oh, 7 people. Sound guy watched us once.
We've progressed.
We have.
We've progressed. These are-
On to now.
We've learned how to market ourselves better.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to university.
University course, like helping the band here. Yeah, and that again was so funny.
Yeah,
like playing towards 7 people in a prison.
It's quite good though, because the dressing room was one of the cells.
Yeah,
Yeah.
prison cells.
That sounds pretty good.
It
Oh,
was pretty
cool.
cool.
It was cool.
Why
Like
did
the
you
whole.
not get a photo shoot in there?
I did my makeup in the dressing room.
Yeah, you did.
That would have made such a good shot.
You probably did your makeup in the same place that someone made toilet wine.
That's true.
All got
Yeah, all got shanked.
All got
Yeah,
shanked.
yeah.
shivved.
Shivved.
Drug deals gone on in that room. Everything.
sorts of shit?
You want about the first night we got down to Mammoth Fest?
No, I was going to say about Dana because I remember looking out and there was 7 people doing a wall of death.
Yeah, that was.
I don't know how you
funny
split
as-
that.
Yeah, I was going to say, how does that work?
3.5.
It was really weird because that's how we met Kieran from Ash and Crown.
Yeah, it was like 4 and 3, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's like because Kieran's from Shrewsbury.
Yeah.
That's how we met Kieran from Ash and Crown. He was there just like, I'm sure we'll see each other again soon, and he just came to gigs from then.
But that is the
And,
thing, though, isn't it? It doesn't matter how many people
Oh,
are
yeah.
at our shows. They're always there for
Yeah,
us. Do you know what I mean?
like-
It's like a wholesome thing
It's like,
where everybody's involved. We like
Yeah.
that involvement. So even if there is only 7 people, we'll play it as
Oh,
if it's
yeah.
700.
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
It's like when we went back to Shrewsbury like a year later and played at like a place that reminded me like the Rainbow Cellar.
It's
And, like-
like where it had the,
Yeah, it
the
was like-
venue was under.
Yeah, it was like
underground,
so like you
basically.
had to go through the whole pub to then go down, and that's where all the screaming bands were. And this was like again a normal pub
They put
where
us in a
like
hole.
yeah, it was literally the place is called the Hole in the Wall,
Oh, yeah.
and like
That was really good.
it was like we wasn't expecting it.
We got
like,
the
to
first
be-
crowd surfer.
we had someone crowd
Yeah, someone
surfing.
crowd surfing and that. Wow.
Yeah, like
The
people.
ceiling was about here.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, you're making it sound really tiny.
It is like
You basically crawling on the ceiling. That's
yeah,
really
it
cool.
was. That was Mike from Mad Spanner
Yeah,
as well. He
shout
is
out to Mad
hilarious. I love him.
Ben was smashed that shit.
Ben was absolutely trolleyed, but Ben's a pretty hench guy. So when I saw him actually moving people in the pit, I was there. I was like, what the? He's just knocking people left to right into concrete walls.
And that's when we met Gutlocker.
Yes, that's when like Gutlocker now. We've now played a couple of gigs with
Well, we're
Gutlocker.
playing with them next week.
Yes,
Where is it? London.
yes, we are. We're playing them with London. We can't wait for that. But there's also when we won the competition for Mammoth Fest. Like the first one it put on, unfortunately, like the last Mammoth Fest that they did. We literally came straight from work. So like I got to yours at before 7 o'clock in the morning before work, loaded all the stuff in his car. Then we went straight from Telford to Brighton to go to our Airbnb. Yeah, it was, and then we decided, let's go out. Went out, and we went to 2 places. The first one, it's not any of our music. It was £5 entry. I paid 7. Yeah, literally, all it was just literally just bass, and I was there just like. I went to order a Jaeger bomb. I paid £7 for a Jaeger bomb.
What?
Yeah, because they put Red Bull in it, and I was like, just give me the 35p energy drinks and make it cheaper.
I know, we went into 3 places. We went into there, then we went to that place there. We were like, this looks alright. Then we went in, it was just like naked men everywhere.
Oh yeah, like we randomly went to and like,
Fit right in.
and then we went to, and then like,
Where was that?
there's the other place.
And we ended
Yeah,
up
we got-
spending the remainder of our evening.
Yeah, somehow we looked up alternative Brighton clubs, like where we was. We found one, but it didn't say on the event page. It was a 50s and 60s
It
night.
was a
Yeah.
Motown.
It's a
Motown.
It was the Motown night.
These guys are loving it.
Why do you fill me up, buttercup baby, just to let me down?
When that came on, I was loving it, but there's me and Elliot that I think I went through nearly 30 grams worth of backy that night because I was out the front and then yeah, like I was just avoiding it, and then I didn't like, and then I had a random person come up to me and goes, "Do I look like David Tennant?" I was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "I don't fucking look like David Tennant." I was like, "Sorry." It's but
did he?
yes, he looked extremely like David Tennant. I actually thought it was.
This is the thing, though, isn't it? We've been so many places now, and we've made so many friends, and got experiences like this. that
Oh.
This is what the band's about for all
It's
of
just
us.
Scotland.
Yeah. It's just
I wanna go to
literally
No, like
in
we
the
are,
moment,
we
living
are,
it to the max.
we are wanting to go to Scotland.
We get in touch with the Perpetuous if they'll have us up there.
Yeah, we want to try and get up to Scotland. We've had a couple of people say they want us to be there, and we want to go up there. It's
And
just
Wales today.
and Wales. We want
Hey.
That's another one. Thank you, McCumpleth.
Yeah, McCumfliff.
McCumfliff was brilliant in a way that, like, I don't think we've ever been treated like that in our lives. Like, we were going there, and it took us to the wrong pub originally, and I sent him in. These two in.
ever go right?
No, we sent these two in because originally it took us to some guy's house, even though I put the pub's address in. Yeah. So they're just like, well, this isn't right. Guy was coming back from hunting with a double-barrel shotgun, and I was like, reverse.
I think you've got the wrong place.
Yeah, like, then we went to the pub.
There are no bands around here.
We went to the pub, and like he was in leather trousers, like all makeup, like ready for the night, and then literally you've got to do the accent. I'm not trying to butcher a Welsh accent now. And what you just did then?
You went in and said, is there a band on tonight? I was like, there's no bands around here. It's like sent us half an hour down the road, like to a different pub. There's apparently 3 Red Lions in this area of Wales.
Yeah, and there was like 2 places called McCumfliff.
Yeah.
So we got to the actual one, and that's where we met our friends in Internal Conflict as well. Like,
You probably drove past the right one to get to the wrong one.
no, it didn't. It took us down to the right one, but I had to go on to the left on the roundabout, but we went right.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So like, we got there, and like we got paid, so we was very grateful for that. And we thought, like, he gave us some drinks and that. And he goes, okay, like, I'll take you to like your kind of like dressing room part, and it was like this massive room that they don't use, where like Internal Conflict was as well. I swear, like he made us pizza, chips, he got us chocolate, beers, water, crisps, Doritos. Obviously paid us on top. We sold a fair bit of merch. But that's not even the best part. We sound checked whilst people were eating their dinner, and we were there just like, this is going to go very bad, but we're getting to like the hospitality from the venue owner is amazing. Like,
but there wasn't the turnout.
No.
And then, literally, first note at the set, and all of a sudden, it turned into a metal venue. All of Wales flocked to this
it was
one place, and just
Takes away.
and they were on our side. We had Vicar's wives.
No, like it was. We had a 6-year-old woman that closed down her coffee shop because she heard us. It was that quiet around McCumfliff because you drive through it to go to Aberystwyth, and she closed her coffee shop to come and see us.
And see you guys.
And we saw her headbanging on the side, like little white woman, white permed hair, and she's going.
She was in it.
And people were people in Fred Perry tops that you wouldn't see like at metal gigs. Yeah, wouldn't see.
They were loving it. Some of them were a bit inebriated.
Oh yeah, very inebriated.
But they were there. They were there.
It was. That was a very like.
What was your favourite part of McCumfliff?
He loved all the food.
Yeah, Elliot
It was
loved
the food, wasn't it?
It's a food. Like we got very like. I can't describe the hospitality we had there.
We got
it was
treated so well.
amazing. Like before, I think it was Nikki when we did PSP Fest. It was the first time we ever had water given to us. Normally we'd have to buy water.
Remember
before.
that?
Like
Thanks, Nikki.
yeah, Nikki was there tonight. We played Unearth Fest for her. Literally, she we messaged her because we saw that she was having gigs put up. And this was like when I'm still new to being a vocalist. We're all still new to being like this lineup. All really nervous, and like we didn't have anything released. She just took a whim on us. We played. She really liked us, but like when we got there and she just put the water down, she's like, "Let's help ourselves," and she brought beer as well. And I was like, "Yeah." She put out some food as well, and we were there just like when we first had that, like even when there was like big gigs after that or like small gigs after that, it's just that little bit of that little bit of thought for the band.
You remember the people that look after.
Yeah, it's like they always seem to be like, it's just so
She's
nice.
just another example of some of the really great people we've met going up
like
and down the country.
that?
She's just
First time we played the Hairy Dog, there was like a platter for us.
Yeah, like
For every band.
yeah.
It's awesome.
Thing is with PSP Fest though as well, we were the first band on as well for this like all day one.
So you were opening.
Yeah, we
and we're like Valavar, that's main sport on the third stage. That's how we met them through that, and they were headlining it.
And Noah and Kinesis.
Yes, we met quite a fair band through that, and it was there was no one there, so it was like, okay, that's fair enough. It's early through the day, and she literally she heard us and she was like, everyone will like this. Turned down because I was looking at the ground, and then I saw this flood of people come in. I was like, I'm getting more nervous now, but just
You're already.
Yeah, it was there, but just seeing that flood of people and then people.
What should do? Like message everybody outside.
No, she went and heckled him.
She literally
went
just
upstairs to the pub and she was like, "What the hell are you lot doing?" She's like, "I've got a gig on downstairs. Come on."
Nikki is a
That's what you
person.
need.
Yeah, she was on it. Dragged them down.
Nikki is a person you don't mess with. I would never want to be on Nikki's bad side.
Yeah, because of Mama Fest.
Oh yeah, when we was at Mabberfest, there was me and Nikki in the mosh pit for Ingested the whole way through. And she was knocking people over, and I was there just like, I'm staying on the other side of the mosh
You
pit.
stayed away from her.
Yeah.
Mate, I saw you in the art pit the other
Yeah.
week. Yeah, no, you stayed away from her.
She
must be fucking dangerous.
She literally just went up to it. She went up to Jordan and she was like, "Can you hold my jumper?" Very polite, and then just speared people.
Yeah, just in.
Oh, mate.
You were coat holder that night. It was there. Now I think like we do have a lot of stories, but they're also like are either wholesome or really funny.
But this is what it's all
Yeah, but
about.
that's what you need.
Oh yeah, it's like there's not a time where I have a quote and stuff.
Well, this would have been no good. Oh yeah, we played this fantastic gig here and everything went perfectly. And that's,
No, like this, like
Imagine
This-
if we had no chemistry. This would be a really boring
that's
interview.
it.
Yeah.
Like, you can see as well.
yeah, it's like
It shows and like all of these experiences have clearly bonded
oh
everybody
yeah,
together.
it's like I turned up in
Fucking
trackies and a hoodie
Joint
earlier.
badger trauma.
Yeah.
Watching that unfold across the line was amazing.
Just seeing us all remember.
Everybody just glazing over.
Just congregated at this nearby petrol station and we're just like,
I think the best part I love is like when we do like go out and like we actually like meet each other to go out. Just like we all dress kind of differently as well. So Jordan will be like, he wants to be the peacock. He wants to outshine everyone.
I love that.
That is it. He turns up like this, and then like earlier when we was walking in, Jordan being like this, I was just wearing trackies and a hoodie. Obviously with that as well, I was there just like, we're just the unlikeliest of friends.
Roadman.
yeah, he's
I was there,
channeling his inner roadman.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw those the latest promo pictures.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you're
just like-
proper roadman.
Yeah, it's just like-
shit, man.
it looked
You
good.
got Elliot dressed like a butler.
Yeah, you look like you was just about to enter your first like pro pool game,
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
and then
Who's
being
going to
like,
rack him up?
it was like, I thought I was going to cock it up, and then got told I did well. I was like, Jordan, he's just naturally like he just knows how to do it, doesn't need any direction. I was like, Tony, you might need a bit, and he got praised a lot. He was just like pulling the whole like collars, like everything.
Adjusting the watch.
Yeah, just like Zach got
fake watch.
Zach got adjusting the watch. Proper got it in there as his profile picture, and it looked so good.
With so literally took one picture away. I think to be fair, I could stop there, but I'm not gonna. It's like
We're done. That's the one.
literally just wow,
That.
wow, that's really good actually.
That was like so we went to like a couple of people before to do like band pictures and that, and it was also like both Jade and Alice did really well in the photos. Like Jade had to deal with like outline conditions. Like we went during summertime up a hill.
Yeah, we went up a mountain.
Yeah, we went up like we went up Cardinal Valley. We traveled like we went 40 minutes up this hill, like steep like that.
Proper.
He was in skinny jeans in a like 20-degree heat.
Yes.
Yeah, it was
yes,
like
I
middle
was.
of summer.
I was ready to go.
He was ready.
It was the middle of summer.
Yeah, and we did it like through there. Like we tried to go down like a cabin, like walking next to like sheep and that, and it was there just like just looking at him, just like go on, charge me, I dare you. And just trying to climb rock surfaces and like we've got to go back the way we came. But when we did it with Damien, it was like Hard Rock Out. It was like our first experience of being like doing professional, like someone that knows what they're doing. Like with that, it's like, do we need to think of a place? Damien was like, got a place, an abandoned college.
Oh boy,
We had to go. It was a very nice place. We got to the place. Jordan did really well.
In heels.
In heels. He was in heels the whole thing.
Climbing fences.
Climbing fences, climbing through windows that are broken. Like this college has been. It's not been.
Been abandoned for about 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
for about
so
10
like
years.
the walls are coming in. So we're going on the second floor where the walls are coming in. There's holes, everything.
are dilapidated.
We spent like
So
3 hours there,
Yeah, it was fun.
and it was honestly like the experience. Like we've got so
There
many
was
pictures.
times where I like feared for my life. Going
Oh yeah, like
shit.
oh, like there was one part like when we saw the hole and Damien goes, "Watch the hole," very nonchalant, and I was there just like, I could have dropped through that.
Yeah, knowing your guys' luck, you probably would have.
Yeah, like so we got bad luck.
If they actually don't step too heavily on the floor right here because it will sag.
I jumped on it and it didn't. Nothing happened.
Yeah, you randomly jumped on it.
Somebody has to.
But yeah, like we have a lot of stories. Like a lot of stuff that we do is either goes really disastrous, really funny, and that's it.
Should we do a podcast?
You guys could.
I feel like we could start doing a podcast after every gig.
And Elliot will supervise the podcast.
Yeah, that
Tell the history
podcast
of the
could
band.
literally just be getting home.
Yeah, like
That would be enough.
Well, guys, we just killed a badger. Shit.
You need to make a song about that.
oh yeah.
The badger
You need to get that out.
Do you know what? We'll make a song about it if we play Badger Fest. If we get booked for Badger Fest,
Badger, make that happen.
yeah, we'll make a song about
Hit us up, John.
trying to like not kill badgers
Yeah.
because it's bad.
Badger song.
I can't think of any more stories.
There are many.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's always opportunity to make more stories.
Oh yeah, like that's.
Well, there's all the
I'd
times
say-
we went to Redditch.
Shit.
Oh god. We went to Redditch for like the first time when I was still just like doing one song in the band, and it was amazing. We had a really good time, and every time after that, it went downhill.
They kept booking us like every 3 weeks, pretty much.
Yeah.
And like so, like it would be really busy, and then it would just be completely empty after.
Decline.
It was
because of the
basic-
fact that
Yeah, we became like the house band for
It was-
Redditch. It was a bit weird.
It was basically like they realised that a lot of people were doing like A-class drugs, kicked them out, and that was all their people.
Oh,
so they had
shit.
to go to different management. They booked us. But even when we went for the same promoter for a different place, and he had like the train station next to it and everything, nothing.
Shout out to Dylan.
Like, just out a guy like that. You just outed the guy like that.
It's a shout out to Dylan. It's bad.
On that day, me and Anne had a Chinese buffet, so that was all good.
That was a good day.
So there was some redemption.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the last time we played Redditch, the drum kit disintegrated.
But
Halfway
yeah,
through the set.
Disintegrate.
Disintegrated.
Yeah.
Like it started off upright, and then halfway through the set, it just went nah.
Toms were falling off. We
One
literally.
tom fell off. The fucking floor tom just fell on the floor.
the
What
guitar
were you left
half
with?
broke again.
My cymbals, which were fine,
Oh, they were fine. They were
my snare, and everything else was just
God.
All the bands were brilliant that night, like, but your bass didn't work, your guitar amp
The
didn't
guitar half
work,
broke again.
the guitar
Yeah.
gab broke again, but it was Elliot's one he was using. So every time, like these guys, have, at one point or another, their amps have not worked. And then what is it? The craziest thing about that one was it wasn't that busy, but it was really nice. All people coming out for charity event. Guy had a Firebird, didn't he?
yeah.
Smashed it.
Oh, that was so
Literally in the middle of a song, took it, buff.
This was about 4 in the afternoon. Just 4, 5.
Yeah, it's like not even peak
not
time.
even worth it.
No, like obliterated it. Came into like 5 pieces.
Wasn't he leaving the band?
I think he was leaving.
Yeah, I think he was leaving the band.
Oh, really?
I wish I could remember because I
Maybe
wish
they
I.
funded it for him.
I wish I could remember the guy's name.
Yeah, the band's name is Sue. Remember?
Yeah, but that was a very big shock at 4 o'clock in the 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Just
In
seeing
all
the guy.
the wrong ways.
It's literally,
What the fuck
we
is he
looked at
doing?
him and was just like, he was like, it's fine, I've got more. I was like,
He's barefoot.
Was that the first time we played with Second Cities as well?
yes.
Yeah. Shout out to Second Cities.
Yeah, 'cause that's, I smashed my box. I was there just like, you know what, it's run its course, and I put my foot straight through it. I just did a massive kick on it. Right on the beat, it was amazing.
It
It
was
just,
louder than the PA.
yeah,
Really?
yeah, they just went.
Just like, oh my God.
I was smashing it slowly through the thing, and then I set it
fair,
up to just.
It fucking exploded.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
fuck.
then there was a nail just sticking up out of it.
I made sure I cleaned the stage though afterwards. There was no nails
wow.
afterwards.
As long as you can.
Yeah, like I made sure all the big pieces, all the nails were off. I keep thinking we're done with our stories, and then I'm there, and then someone
Yeah, something
mentions
else
something,
triggers.
and I'm like, shit. We've got there's good parts, and then there's trauma.
You've got to think, this is just so far, isn't it?
This is just
It's only been 2 years, yeah.
There you go.
as this lineup. It's 2 years, and we went through so much, and there's so much more that can go wrong.
Imagine when you sat 10 years down the line trying to tell
It's
these
there just like,
stories.
oh, that was a minor story.
Yeah, like,
There was a part. So I had to replace. We were in a rush to do a headline show in Birmingham at Scruffy Murphy's with Russ Long, Illyrian, and Dicosis, and we were heading straight from work. And I literally came to my car, flat tire. Had to quickly change in it, changing it over.
Some
Got
pit
for
team kind
yeah,
of
like
stuff.
I was there just like roll me a fag. I'm stressing. Did it quickly. He just rolled me a fag. Stay quiet. Just get the music going, and got to like just coming up to Wolverhampton. Then my flat tire light came on. I was there just like, no, please no, please no, please no, please no. It was fine. Got there, but I was there just like, no, that was disastrous. We're supplying the drum kit, and the drum kit.
Oh,
no,
wow.
the drum kit was there because we went there the night before, but we had the cabs as well. We were supplying the back line. I was there just like, shit, this could go wrong.
I think that was the time when Jordan's car wasn't working properly.
Yeah, there's been a couple of times your car's not worked properly.
So yeah, mechanical failures as well.
Oh, we've had
The fucking train broke down.
Yeah, so his last car we called it the train because it was an estate, but it was a Ford Mondeo estate.
It was
So
the Ford locomotive.
Yeah, but it was like any time we had to send it to the mechanics, we was like, do you have to call her either in or do you have to take it to the train station? Is there a special kind of place you have to go to? And he said, it's like, fuck off. It was a very nice car. It was a very nice car.
Elliot, what's been your favourite experience with the band?
I like how I didn't do this.
Or yeah, least favourite? We have to try and encourage him to speak.
What?
He's a
I enjoyed
recluse.
Mammoth Fest.
What?
I enjoyed Mammoth Fest.
No.
Good stage.
I didn't
Yeah.
enjoy the subway after Mammoth.
No, we had a cold Subway. We realised we didn't realise how drunk he was until we was running at Subway. And they were there just like, all we're doing is cold Subways, and we wanted a Subway, so it was like, okay, we'll have a
I
cold.
wanted something hot.
Yeah, and then these guys went to Burger King and was like, Zach, can you get us a burger and we'll pay you the money? He was like, no. Got there and the queue was outside and was like, we're not waiting in that queue. It was like, we looked at him like, good prick. It's like, you're dead to
in
us.
the front, like,
It's like, you're dead to us. It was, yeah, we have a lot of good stories.
You got your comeuppance anyway because you were really ill the first day.
Yeah.
Oh, on the Saturday at Mammoth Fest, I don't
You
know if
died.
it's exhaustion or I just came down with something. Like, I went down to the venue for a bit, like, I've been there for about an hour. And then I just went, like, my dad was there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I down on the Saturday, yeah. I said hello to my dad, watched a band or two, and then was like, I'm going to go and, I think I went to go and get changed or something.
Yeah, you were
And
there
then-
just like, I'm really soaked.
and, like, went back and just went,
I'm done.
This is like 3-4 in the afternoon.
It was really funny running into your dad at Mammoth Fest because I didn't know he was turning up. And then like
are you doing here?
Ascaris were playing at Mammoth Fest and they're there fucking going for it and he's there. It's like, guy, like, how old your dad? In his 50s, like 50-year-old guy in our top, standing there with a beer, sees us like, alright lads, these guys are really good. I was there, it's like, fucking what? Whilst the Ascaris are proper going really fast, really technical, their riffs, like, they're awesome. They're amazing.
There's some other people that we met down Mammoth Fest as well that we didn't expect to be there.
Yeah. He need a wee.
I really need.
He's breaking. Oh, he can carry on. We've met.
Down there to the left.
Yeah, that's where we met. Here's another thing. Is like Irish Genova.
Yeah, Irish Genova.
We got Irish Genova. There was a band that won the Mammoth Fest for Ireland, and like the vocalist does like he's an extra like. He's a current extra in Vikings. He like does stage work for he's done it for Metallica,
Yeah.
Rammstein. Like
His name, Brian?
such a lovely guy.
All the good vocalists are called Brian. Brian Hancock's, Brian from Genova.
Yeah, it's like
Change your name.
oh, well, I like my name. But yeah, it's like they came all the way from Ireland and literally drove from Northern Ireland. Belfast they came from, didn't they?
Yeah. Really?
Yes, they came all the way from Belfast just like to drive
Is that
there.
Belfast or Dublin? I think God Alone are from Belfast.
God alone,
and
either one.
Genova are from Dublin.
either one. But yeah, that was.
You've got to be careful because you can't get them mixed up.
No, you can't. You really can't.
Really?
Yeah, there's a whole controversial thing between Protestant and Catholics. Realise when I'm there, yeah, there's a graveyard because I was going on the city
Wait,
tour.
do they have separate graveyards over there?
No, there's a concrete wall in the ground to separate the Protestants and Catholics. I was like, even in death, they can't be together. They separated the graveyard. I was like, this is and I had to go into a gated community to separate the Protestants and Catholics.
This is fucking Christ.
Like, the guy that was there was just like, when we get into sponsor out, my name's Brian, I'm your tour guide. Like, he gave himself different names depending which area he was going through. It was
Really?
yeah, it was hilarious, but it was like, I just didn't realise how segregated it was until like I properly went to Belfast and went through like the National Museum.
So it's experiencing it.
Oh yeah, like it was there just like shit. And this is like 2018 I went, so it's like it's still like so segregated, unreal. But yeah,
Jordan.
he went to the toilet.
Of course he did.
Is there any other stories that we've got?
Not that I can think of.
No, nor can I actually this time. Elliot? No. That's it for the stories.
Mate, you kept us going for quite a while.
You're going to have a 30-minute interview on.
It's going to be brilliant.
Ah.
This is shit people are actually going to want to hear.
Oh yeah, they're going to be like,
what the fuck happened to them next?
it's like tuned in for the next episode.
Yeah, exactly. Like, split this up into segments.
Oh, literally a story at a time every time we come back from a gig, especially if it's traumatic.
Yeah, like considering the frequency that seems to happen, every gig you would have a new episode.
Never taken advantage of this either. That's brilliant.
Yeah, if you've got all these stories clocked up, use them.
Social media guy needs to get on this.
Get fucked.
Yeah, man.
Do enough.
You do a lot. You do a lot. What else is there? Fuck.
I know, should we answer any of
Yeah, well, should we answer any more?
There is a list of questions that we could get through.
Yeah.
Jump into those. We got Jordan back.
We got Jordan back.
We'll be tying soon.
Pardon?
We'll be tying up soon because I've only got a couple more here.
Oh yeah.
And so your stories.
Oh yeah, there's a.
You've kind of like hit every question on here indirectly over the last little while. The stories and the
Our stories. Our story check like basically answered near enough every question in the interview.
Yeah. You've hit through most of these just through telling stories. It's quite impressive.
sick.
It's a good and bad thing.
There are more to come.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, what's in store for you guys in 2020? What other stories are we likely to get out of this?
So at the moment we've got to go in for one more day and maybe a couple more in the recording studio, and then we're going to release. We've booked in a deposit with Jay Hillier to do music videos. We've got 3 of them.
Shout out to Jay.
Yeah, Jay Hillier from Productions. Like, if you're in a band, like his music videos are amazing. He does it for
pay the
Prang.
money to make
Yeah, like the guy knows his worth, and he knows what he's doing. And we've booked in. We put the deposit down for 3 songs. We just need to finish the 3, but it's an evolution from what we've done with what we've released already. Like for the last ones, like it's the first time me doing vocals as vocalist in a recording studio, and I didn't warm myself up or anything. It's just there, just like let's just do this, and I don't feel like I did well enough on the last 2 songs. But everyone's everyone seemed to like it, which has helped. But these ones I've walked away from like I'm happy with these. I'm really happy. I can't wait for people to hear them.
You can see the band's progression.
Yeah, like there is. It's a lot like Jordan. You've dropped down to like doing mostly choruses, but those parts that you're in sound massive. Like he does part where, like I've got to mention this because just get people to look for it. He goes to a high G. It's a high G that
It's a top G, yeah.
It's a top G that he hits on like one part. Like it's
May or
literally,
may
like,
not appear at the live performances.
it may or not. If he's well enough, like this is a note like where you hear like Angel of Death, Slayer, like
Very old school Judas Priest.
up there.
I'm looking forward to hearing this.
I'm like, I managed like he hates these kind of like screams, but I managed to work. Like I was there, just like, can I try something? Did a pig squeal. Guy loved it. Elliot wasn't there to interject for it, and he was there. Went back to work the next day. I was like, did a pig squeal? I was like, oh for fuck's sake! And he backed me up, and he was like, it makes complete sense. It should be in there. It should. It would be wrong if it wasn't. And I was like, yes. But we've definitely like
slowly turning it into a slam.
So we got big,
like,
into a slam.
three songs we're working on,
Yeah.
3 videos
yes,
we're going to do, and there's live performances
yeah.
pretty much every other week.
Yeah, we've got a lot in February. We've got a fair bit in March. We've got
1 in March.
We've got more in March now.
We've got 7th at the Armour.
Yeah. So,
Speed Theory got cancelled.
yes, unfortunately it did.
Infectious Fest got cancelled.
Yeah, that's when we was going to go back to Brighton to the Green
Yeah,
Story.
let's go back to Brighton. Yeah. Oh well.
But yeah, we've got a fair amount planned. Like
Yeah,
we want to
sounds
try and get our name. Our ambition for Metal to the Masses, just like if we can win it, fantastic. Like, we'll all be happy. We just want to try and make it to the final.
Yeah, I want to get to the final.
Yeah, because we've done it twice now, and we've always we did it in Birmingham at the Hammer and Anvil. We only made it to the semi-final. Then it happened again last year. So this year we like.
Back with a vengeance.
Yeah, like this is the thing. Like the last two Metal to the Masters, I've got my mate in a pig's mask to bring me on in a like straight jacket, potato sack. Bring me on during that, like just to make it theatrical, like because that's what we like to do. We like to try and make it.
Yeah, we try and make it a bit of a performance.
Yeah,
we
try and make it as good as possible.
Just in a room,
We'll get you
like 5 sweaty guys.
Well, like I went on Mammoth Fest and I got Steve, the original owner, and like one of our mates to bring me on in a body bag. Yeah, like I did the body bag, man. Just my feet just dangling out at the end, but they had me facing towards the cobble floor. I was there just like, please don't fucking drop me, please. I will land on my face. But
You couldn't put your hands out.
I couldn't. No, I was trapped. But it was a weird experience to just come out of a thing and people were just, what? Where did you come from? It's like, in a body bag. No, like, there was a lot of things.
3 new songs, and we're going to keep pushing the live performance.
Are these new songs that we haven't heard at all, or have they been made live? So they're fresh.
Yeah. There's like.
When are we likely to be seeing these? Are we sort of.
But unfortunately,
soon,
because.
Middle of the year, end of the year?
I'd say near end of year, because the guy we go to for recording, which is like Monochrome Productions, Tom. Yeah, Tom. Amazing guy. Like. He's just a part of the band.
Yeah, he is the 6th member, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just like. Whenever we feel like we write a song, and if we feel like, oh yeah, like we'll take this to the studio, has it passed the Tom test?
Okay.
Never passes the Tom test. We've never went into that studio, and for him to go,
yeah, that's perfect.
we're just like, oh yeah, I don't need to touch this. We can just bang it out. Like, you've done it brilliant. Like, he helps us. Like.
He gets the best out of us.
Yeah,
basically.
and then obviously we take that and we try and mimic it the best we can for on live. That's why we're glad we've got the backing track, because First Inversion originally didn't have the build-up it did at the beginning, and we didn't have like this like dissonant, creepy part through Deadlines, and then we had that through it, and it made it sound so much like a recording.
That's the song it was meant to be.
Yeah, so like. We've been playing First Inversion. We've been playing First Inversion for over 2 years, and that's now feels like a fresh song because of the synths.
Yeah, it feels
If you
like
can
that
breathe
needs
life
to
to
be
the
on
original
set.
stuff like that, that really says something.
Yeah, exactly.
Even at this point, you know,
Yeah.
it's been that well established, and you're still adding more.
Yeah,
Let's do the Will If You God next.
Will If You God is there, just like, I wasn't on that one, was I? Unfortunately.
What are you talking about? Yeah, he was.
No, I weren't. So like, for a while, I was on this song. That's what everyone got told. And then I accidentally dropped it, but no one picked it up in one interview before we released another one. For these ones, you noticed it. These lot didn't. I wasn't originally a part of the band. These guys were going for a bit, and I asked just like, I want to try. I was a bassist before, so I was like,
I was a bassist before.
yeah, we're like.
Zach was a bassist before.
So it's like our band is a cries of bassists and
Elliot.
So like,
4 bassists and Elliot.
when your bass broke. I
had a choice.
He had 2. He had 2 of his basses and 4 of my basses, and like, you just use our stuff mostly. Like, he doesn't have to buy his own, really.
No.
Share the love.
I was like, I'm not using the light. I can use it. Yeah, it's like we just want to progress. We don't like. We've had one guy that comes to like near enough every one of our Birmingham gigs, like Sammy. And Sammy just says every time we improve and we improve. And he just asks like, when are we going to stop? I was like, we don't want to stop improving. We want to make it so like, even when we're playing in the Flapper, like, oh no, it's closing down, isn't it?
It's closed.
It's been closed now.
Gone.
It's gone now, yeah. Fuck.
Will couldn't save this one.
No, we'll save the last one. We'll start the post for the last one. But
Shout out to Illyria.
yeah, just shout outs all around here.
We've got too many friends.
Yeah,
It's going to be hot on social media.
Yeah,
It's going to be the new material coming out.
yeah.
The videos.
There's like,
And then
Should we release an EP?
The live shows. And that's it, really.
we might release it. We might, with the 3 songs we're gonna record, and the 3 songs previously. We might just put it all together, so people
should
can
call
see
it
the
evolution.
Yeah, like call it.
Considering you've sort of added all this new stuff to it, and it kind of sounds like you're almost updating the old material
Yes.
to the new material.
We
meshing
do-
that in between. That sounds like an album.
Yeah, well, no, like if
we had the money,
if we
we'd
had
release
the
an album
money,
tomorrow.
if we had the money, we've got like an hour and a half set. Like, could you just these guys, especially
we're
these
always
two,
writing as well. That's the
yeah,
thing.
we're like every time we finish doing one song and we've just got it.
We go, oh, we've got this idea.
Like we've got 3 songs that we need to catch up on, but we're there just like, why? But we want to keep evolving. When we want to keep people like fresh, so they're not hearing the same set all the time. We mix it up. So
We haven't stagnated once
no,
since we
like
started.
I'd say up to this point when we got those songs, we've got like a 2-hour set.
They're like the fucking opposite of writer's block.
Yeah, like we just keep like it's just these two. Like even though Elliot stays quiet, he comes out with some really good.
Most of the intros, the
Say
riffs,
few
and stuff
words,
like
maybe
that have
riffs.
come from the boys. 'Cause
Yeah, like
That should be
and then the musicians step in.
that should be Elliot's slogan. Few words, many riffs.
the only thing I should be like back there for like I'm a vocalist, but no, like Elliot does rarely talk with stuff. Like if it's a decision, he goes, "I'm easy." That's Elliot to a T. But he comes out with some like mega songs, and like when we start working on Zach's one, that's gonna be. It has a very bleed from within vibe from it, so it's like that is heavy riff. Like it's got good riffs in that one.
What is it? Currently called Faff.
It's called Fat Triplet Boy,
Yeah.
but boy with an I, not a Y.
I think FAF stands for fast as fuck, doesn't it?
Fast as fuck.
Or Fast and Furious is your.
I think the one thing that we always do with stuff as well, like when we're writing stuff, we don't put it to normal tempos. We add 3 ppm for no reason.
Yeah.
Like we got one
One of the
deadlines.
songs we've recorded, it's originally we started writing at 200, and I was like, nah.
Feels a bit slow.
203.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
like
we went
200.
to the studio, and Tom was like, why is it 203? And I felt like it, and he was like, I can't even half this to make the clip slower. I'm like,
We made it deliberately awkward.
You make it difficult for a sound engineer, but you pick up on that.
Yeah, it's
Say,
like
that's
That
been
song
used
is at
quite a lot.
101.5 beats per minute.
first version as well, it was originally 180, and I was like, nah, it feels sluggish, 185.
yeah, we deliberately speed stuff up just to like.
Yeah, you
Just
take the
take
James
the piss.
Hetfield approach of writing songs. It's got to be
I don't
faster.
think-
Yeah. The Sonic approach. Got to be fast.
Yeah, man. That's what we want to do. We want to incorporate a lot of shit in. We want to keep evolving and keep going to like being a metalcore band that has like influences from like
Deathcore.
deathcore,
Nightwish.
like Nightwish,
Ramstein.
like influences wise.
There's such a mixed bag.
There's,
Yeah,
we're
I was gonna say.
we're not all the same. Like I don't think like bands that I really like. Elliot hate. That Elliot doesn't like. Too heavy. Like he's there just like not my thing. Jordan's very like you're very glam metal like. No, what I'm that's the wrong word.
You go on. I'm
Nah,
not
just,
jumping in.
Help me.
What am I?
You're a male. It's 2020. Shouldn't assume genders. Shit.
Androgynous.
He's androgynous. Yeah, that's. No, like Jordan listens to like Within Temptation, Evanescence, like he's got like that whole like that's
Yeah.
where you get your peacock kind of thing.
Yeah,
from.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
so like a
as-
symphonic reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm into
It's
that.
where we get our synth ideas from.
Describe
Yeah.
me, baby.
Elliot, yeah. Elliot's there just like he's more on the technical side, proggy side, so like
Crunchy Christian metal. Yeah.
it's like error. Like what's the one band that we always rip on you for?
Corellia.
Corellia. That's one that we never let him down.
This is quite a mix so far.
Yeah, like me and you are kind of similar in a way.
You
like,
see eye to eye on
we see-
more than the rest of
My
us.
drumming style's more influenced from like Chris Abber and drum and bass.
yeah, like
So it's a mix.
mine is there just like CJ, Phil Bozeman, like any deathcore,
Randy.
like
Your mids get compared to Randy.
yeah, I have got compared to Randy from the mids. I just like for me, I feel like all of us being like different influences.
That's what
Just-
makes it.
yeah, there's just
that's
makes-
why it's
but
different.
It
That's
never,
definitely part of that not stagnating.
yeah, it's like even when we come to a like thing with writing, we don't have a problem like agreeing on an idea either. Like it's always very like we always agree on the same thing, or like if one of us ain't happy with like one part, we go back to it until we're all happy.
Yeah.
It's like all the songs that we do play, we're all happy with.
And it's reaching that compromise between the five, kind of the five of us that
it's just
creates the sound.
Yeah, that sounds like what shapes it towards its final
but because
end.
it's different influences, like you'd think would clash a lot with songs. Like I mostly chime in through like these guys will write breakdowns and they'll play it in front of me, and if I've come off my phone and I'm there, it's like, oh, they're like, that's a good breakdown, let's have that. And like I was just like, I chime in for breakdowns because you guys and Jet, like you guys, like know your shit about theory. I know fuck all about music theory. Whilst when these guys talk about theory, especially Zach and Jordan, lost me. I'm out. I'm gone. I don't know what's happening. I chime in through parts and they're just like, no, just might as well just
Kind of like the live shows.
Yeah, I just dip off a part.
We just have to go to Jacob. Does it sound nice to you?
Yeah.
No, good.
Does it sound
Good.
Yes.
I do a caveman response. I'm like, good. Yeah, it's kind of like, now think about it, it is weird how we kind of just, there's very little things that we disagree on with songs. I think we just kind of all have like the parts that we do, and then
The thing is, when we have finished a track and we listen to it back, we know whether it's a Recall the Main song or not, do you know what I mean? And
Like-
if there's a section or something that isn't sitting right, that's the only way to describe it, isn't it? That doesn't sound like Recall the Main.
That wouldn't sit right with all of them.
Yeah,
and
it's
we
like,
have to kind of go back and have another.
So when we try and practice it and it doesn't sound right to us, we're just alright.
yeah, we come up with different, like you never keep any of your drum stuff the same. Like if you
Whatever I write, I play.
if we ever published his tabs, no one would get it. No one would
It'd
get
be
it
just
right.
Fucking question marks.
Yeah, no one would get it right.
How
They
do
would be
you
like,
feel on the night?
literally like you,
you.
like until we actually finish recording a song, Tony keeps changing it because he's just like, nah, this could be better.
I like try and improve myself all
Yeah.
the time and try and add bits in that I wouldn't usually play.
That doesn't stop me playing like Lars Ulrich in practice.
I do that to annoy you.
We'll be playing a song and just every fill will just be a snare roll.
He decided we just fuck with each other at practice as well. It's brilliant.
Not so much anymore because we had to get serious when we did the synths. But
Yeah, like it was that
a
just
couple
like
of months ago when we were just practicing the whole set,
yeah.
I just look at him dead in the eyes and I just Lars Ulrich the snare.
It just kills us. But no, it just works really well. It's kind of really weird in a way, but it works.
It's a strange five-way marriage.
I was
Yeah,
about to say, you guys are an interesting little marriage.
Quite
Yeah,
diverse.
that's exactly where I was going with it.
yeah. Just gonna have to.
Like, it clearly works really well, and it's kind of rare to have this much democracy within a band.
Yeah.
As well. Like, you all have.
I think it's like it gets to the point like I think like over like we do majority sometimes, so like we did majority for like the synths because like obviously there was a lot of important decision we had. It's like we'll go for majority of this, like because none of us are going to agree on this. Like you two had your points, we had our points, and then you just kind of listened to both and just went.
I think with the shoot, it's a little bit different because we can't all be there at a time. So
Yeah.
if it's like kind of an important decision that does need to be made, like with the arrangement of the song, it's kind of up to the people who are actually there
Yeah,
to,
okay.
to make the decision, and then the others kind of just have to trust in it. And
This
I know it does make, like, at times you've got to go,
There's
when they heard it
I-
back, they've gone, actually, yeah, that works.
I'm about to say like it's like I'd say with first version deadlines, I'd say like because it was not long after I came into the mix, like so it's like you guys don't really know what parts I would say yes